Prior to that, they were in the 2 spot in the West. Minnesota's played better of late after hovering around 500 for a while. Brooks setting the screen for Şengün. Driving on Reed, and a beautiful finish.
Reed's been doing, which we've talked about, but Jaden McDaniels as well, the way he's been scoring over the last 8 games.
They're going to call Şengün for the offensive foul here on the screen. Şengün gets hammered and will go to the line for a pair.
He counts on that, waits patiently, you come down on his back, and he earns 2 free throws.
Şengün has been one of the faces of this turnaround. And this year, 34 and 21, despite this losing stretch that they've been dealing with. At some point,
Houston 4th, Minnesota 6th. Offensively, very different. Minnesota relies on the 3-point shot heavily. Houston's going to get points in the paint, transition points, and points off turnovers.
3 minutes gone by, 1-point lead for Minnesota. Şengün again attacking the chest of Naz Reid. Great finish with the left hand.
An immediate jump after he came to the 2-footed jump stop going to the left hand.
Hey. Alexander Walker got pushed trying to put back.
Has something to do with the inflated numbers that they put up in that first quarter.
Şengün, who picked up 2 quick fouls in that first quarter, tries a couple of times and finally taps it home. Brooks working on Shannon. Şengün, not really a 3-point shooter, but the timer winding down. Just a 23% 3-point shooter on the season. Just a 23% 3-point shooter on the season. Conley pull up 3. Can't get it. But Terrence, being a good sport, decided to make some t-shirts with upside down writing on it, and then shot clock at 4. Şengün, baseline, put it up with 1 on the timer, but couldn't finish at the rim. And what's really interesting about this Houston team is how Ime Udoka has been able to get a lot of young players. Jalen Green leading Houston with 13 points, but the Rockets have just 4 points this quarter after 48 in the first, and an air ball by Şengün.
Cut him a break. I think it may have nicked the rim. It sort of changed direction just slightly. You know, air ball is something you have to wear.
9 straight wins for Denver, and as great as Jokic has been the last 4 years, winning MVP 3 times, statistically, averaging a 30-point triple-double. He's shooting 45% from 3, Jokic, and he's on pace to make the most threes ever in his career.
Yeah, Tate thought he could time that up. Dillingham had something else in mind. He flipped that over. I think that surprised everybody in this building that Dillingham was able to do that.
Dillingham just got the steal.
For a very quick contested 3.
Reed. That one not there. Naz Reid.
Where it's coming up the lane on a down screen and coming out onto that flare cut where when he catches it, there's nothing else on that side. The next in scoring, Houston with 48 in the first quarter, only 15 to this point in the second. 2 minutes to go before the half.
And a turnover. Alexander Walker, the easy basket. We're even again at 63, inside 2 to play in the first half. He wasn't looking for a shot early, and then he got that technical foul, and it's as if his demeanor completely changed, Anthony Edwards.
Most of this year, their offense was a little bit disjointed coming into the break, but this is the level of intensity we've seen out of the Rockets pretty much all season. And I think, Dave, around the league, beautiful find. They explored their initial push to the corner, and then they get the secondary trailer down the lane for the easy dunk. Opened up that next weak side 2-on-1 possibility. Minnesota makes the right read.
Alexander Walker's 3rd 3 of the night, 100th.
Around the defender and then trusting teammates to make the right play. Either one of those 2 guys could have shot that basketball, make the extra pass. Typically, you're going to get a better look.
Actually changed the foul to Reed. That's 4 on him.
Is out, and as well as Naz Reid now. For Dillon Brooks, I think there are more guys on Houston's roster that can replicate what he does defensively. Maybe their signature win against Oklahoma City, 8 points, 8 rebounds last week.
Edwards gives it up. In and out on the 3 by McDaniels. Şengün, 15 points, 8 rebounds now. Thompson penetrates behind the back to Şengün in the lane, and a traveling violation. After 25 points at halftime. Has not scored yet in the third. Şengün, 5 turnovers, gives it up that time in the lane, and Thompson puts it in.
Foul trouble to Reed and contributes right away.
Yeah, 4 fouls on Reed. Şengün out of that one, not go in. Got the offensive rebound, misses again at the rim. He's had several of those. Wanted Green to use the screen. He said no. And now a foul called for a game which leads the league. 7 of those points coming in the last 2 minutes. Şengün drives, goes at Garza, banks that one home. Extended minutes for Garza with Reed still on the bench. 4 fouls on him. Garza has 4 as well. And pass thrown into the backcourt by Şengün. Green stopped. And a hustle play by Shannon. He turns it over though. Averaging about 18 in the month of February. He was around 10 before that. Şengün, he thought he was fouled. No field goals yet for Conley on the night. Alexander Walker has it rejected. That was Jabari Smith.
Trying to get up quickly by shooting that ball with his right hand on a scoop shot.
Şengün gets the bounce there.
He has really just added so much to his game offensively now. That's a makeable shot for him.
He's averaging 20 points per game in February.
It's tough. Listen, if you're in foul trouble and you got 4 going into the quarter, and you're guarding a player like Şengün, who's going to bring the action to you as much as he does. Şengün, because there's not a real matchup on the floor for him right now, with Minnesota having 5 wing players, or 4 wing players and Mike Conley on the floor.
Şengün working on Edwards now, and a reach in by Clark. He got the steal, 3-on-1. Shannon will take it himself, soars to the rim, and finishes. It's a 1-point game.
Yeah, he just got no elevation on that when he went up to finish, and it just got swallowed up by 2 defenders.
McDaniels, pretty. Didn't drop though, despite the nice move in the lane.
Anywhere on the floor.
Edwards doubled constantly, spins out of it. Oh, puts up an air ball on the finger roll. Turned it over 8 times in this game. They double him. Shot clock at 5. Brooks kicks it out. Şengün with 2 on the timer.
They're patting him on the back and saying, keep shooting the ball. Like, you're going to make the next one, and that's exactly what they need out of him.
That's the growth that Chris Finch wants.
Keep shooting the ball. Like, you're going to make the next one, and that's exactly what they need out of him.
That's the growth that Chris Finch wants. Minnesota's missed 8 free throws as a team in this game.
This game is going to be decided by which team executes out of the traffic they're going to see offensively, because Şengün, how the ball gets moved, and if guys can convert shots on the tail end of that, that'll determine who wins this game.
McDaniels 1 of 7 from 3 here tonight. 31% as a team for Minnesota from deep. Şengün. What a shot, banking that one in. Could have easily called a foul as well. Knicks, Celtics, Mavs, Warriors. Inbound to Reed, turn and fire. No good. Thompson rebounds. And the Houston Rockets with a big win at home against the Timberwolves, 121-115.